Her AI assistants, definitely a game changer. I use AI every day, but seeing it move like that was totally next level. It wasn't replacing people, but it was just enhancing the experience, making everything seem like just feel seamless and intuitive.
Worked with AI, it was cutting edge. We worked with AI to get our positioning together. We worked with AI to get our branding and our social media together. My favorite was working with Renee and really helping me to get my pricing together, because although I've been doing it 7 years, pricing can be tricky.
Biggest takeaway was getting a solid on my positioning. That was my biggest takeaway, because I realized that I've been doing business in a lot of backwards ways. And I thought I had already passed that stage. And I just feel so clear right now and excited about moving forward. And so thank you to you, Paisley, Chloe, Renee, for getting me straight and helping me to see what was right in front of me.
Put us to work pretty much by creating Paisley to help us get clarification on what we're doing, Chloe to help us put the content, our clarification, into content form, and then Renee to help us figure out how we can make money. All great ideas, and they did a great job.
Kelly showed us how to use technology. Quite frankly, she lit a fire in my behind. And what I took away the most from that fire was how to use technology, how to use AI to level up in your business, how to use AI to help you curate your marketing message with clarity and with confidence.
This is definitely a 10x moment, and I am so grateful for her brilliance in AI, how she cares and just meticulous about what she has done in all of this. And I will be so forever grateful. I am so looking forward to applying all that I have learned, the wisdom, the guidance, all of the plans that her AI agents have done. Awesome, awesome. I'm so grateful.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is day 3. We are talking about the must-have system for women experts, and that must-have system is the Mogul operating system. So if you have not been here for days 1 and 2, you need to go back and watch the replays so that you can understand exactly what I'm talking about here with the Mogul operating system. Now, as you all know, I work with accomplished women to help them position, package, and price their expertise so that they can secure 5- and 6-figure contracts. And one of the things that I know is that in order to do that consistently, you have to show up with powerful and profitable positioning, and you have to know how to then take that positioning and package and price that in a way that your clients are going to purchase. So day 1 and day 2, we went through 2 parts of the system already. So we did our positioning on Monday or on Tuesday. We did our positioning day 1 with Paisley, and she produced our positioning report that had our one-liner, our bio, our value proposition, had a whole bunch of juicy nuggets. Day 2, we worked with Chloe. So that was yesterday. And Chloe is our content collaborator. And what Chloe did was take that expertise and she broke it down into your expert pillars, your content themes, your content clusters. And then she gave you a content calendar and also actually wrote content based on that calendar. So today we are going to be working with Maya, and Maya is the Mogul Marketer. Now, why do we have a Mogul Marketer and a content collaborator? Originally, when it was built, I built them all as one, but realized based on the feedback from the women experts who used it that we really needed to separate those two. And that was the right thing, because they are really 2 separate functions. So when we talk about Chloe, the content collaborator, and creating your content, what she's doing is taking your expertise and breaking it down into areas that you can actually go and talk about, right? This is how you're going to talk about your expertise. This is how you're going to put it out into the world. What are the things that you are going to speak about? All of those things where we're saying, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I don't want to go live, or I don't want to record a video, or I don't want to do a reel because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to post on social media. She takes all of that angst and frustration away because she actually gives you specifically what you're supposed to do. But having content is one thing, marketing that content is a totally different thing. And so that's why we also have Maya, the mogul marketer. So when you think about marketing, marketing is that actual thinking about your roadmap. So what Maya is going to help you do today is build a 90-day marketing roadmap. And the reason that you need that roadmap is because you need to take the content that Chloe creates for you, and then you need to put that out into the world, not just haphazardly, but in a very strategic and intentional way. And so when you have a marketing plan, it's not just you showing up on social media, just posting whatever, pulling whatever you got out of your phone, or randomly, putting things out there. It actually thinks about, like, what channels are you going to be on? What's the frequency? What are you doing? What are you putting out there in some cohesive way that is driving your potential clients to want to hire you? And so that's why it's essential that you don't just have the content plan, right? Your content calendar, but then you also have a marketing plan for how to get that content out in front of your clients. And so that's what we're going to do. The other thing is that um, Maya is also going to help you with a content rhythm. So it's the marketing plan is going to show you, like, where and how often, and then the content rhythm is going to give you a proper cadence. So it's going to tell you when and where, like at what time, how many times that you're going to post. So you're going to get some very detailed information around building out your marketing campaign based on the content that Chloe put together. And we'll use Chloe's information, the reports that Chloe produced yesterday, which I will show you because we didn't get a chance to show you that yesterday. And then we're going to use that with Maya to make sure that we get your marketing plan and your content rhythm. The other thing that Maya can do is Maya can help you build a campaign. So many of you are doing launches, you're doing challenges, you're doing webinars, you're doing master classes, you're doing intensives, you're doing in-person events, you're doing all of these things that are actually campaigns that fuel your content and your expertise to get your clients in, but you're not doing that in a strategic way. And so what she will help you do is to create a campaign around that content, and a campaign around what it is that you are trying to launch or get in front of your potential clients. And so you'll see her do that here today. So as you can see, the system is built to build on top of each other. They're not just, oh, you have one thing over here and another thing over here. They're actually built to work together. Paisley did your positioning. Chloe yesterday took that positioning and she created your content. And today, Maya is going to take that content and she is going to help you with this 90-day marketing plan, your content rhythm, and also building a campaign. So they all work together. It is a system. That's why I call it the Mogul operating system, because it is in fact a system. I want to make sure from my notes that I tell you everything I wanted to tell you this afternoon before we get going. Yeah. So Maya's specific outputs, have to do with leveraging that content to help you now show you, how do I get this content? I have this content. Now, how do I get it out into the world? How do I do it in a way that it actually makes sense? That if somebody goes on my social media, if they go scrolling back through my feed, that they see some type of consistency, they can understand exactly what I do, who I help, and how I do that. Right. And that's what we want for you. And so that's what we're going to be working on today. And then tomorrow, the final day, we are going to talk about money, 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 right? That's what we want, where the money resides. We're going to talk about money tomorrow. We'll be using Renee, the revenue architect. So today I'm actually really live with you, right? The other days I was live with you. Also, tomorrow I will not be live, but you'll see it live. It'll be streamed live, but I actually have to pre-record it because I have a scheduling conflict for tomorrow. So I will make sure though that you also get Renee and that you have the entire system so that you can go and watch it. If you go on my YouTube channel, you can go find the Mogul Operating System playlist, and then you can watch everything there together. If you have any comments or questions while you're watching, please let me know. Drop them in the comments. And before we jump into working with Maya, I want to remind you that December 16th, we are having the relaunch party for the sixth, which is the Speaking Industry Expo. The Speaking Industry Expo is the first and only AI wired business incubator for women experts who want to make money with their mind. So if you're a speaker, trainer, coach, consultant, and you want to make money using your expertise, then that the sixth is a place for you. It is going to be different, just different than anything that you have ever experienced. We have what we call our business incubator. And so instead of you just being some in a room where you're just taking a lot of notes and people are just talking at you, we're actually going to be doing work inside the room. So you need to bring your laptop because we're going to be developing the assets for your business while you are there so that you can implement while you're there. And also when you leave, we're going to have a pink party because, you know, your girl does everything in pink. So we're going to have an amazing time at our pink party. We're also going to have our Iconic Talk showcase. So you'll see 6 amazing women experts deliver on stage. We are going to have training by our presenting sponsor, Go High Level. So they're going to be teaching you how to use the system. It's the system I use to power my business. And they will be there to train you. They're also going to be doing all kinds of raffles. And so they'll teach you about back end systems automation, which is so important for us, especially if you are a solopreneur or if you even have just a small team. And then we're going to have my dear friend, Precious Williams, the killer pitch master, and she is going to be there and she's going to be doing Fix My Pitch live. So if you know Precious, you know she is a beast when it comes to pitching. There is nobody like her. And so in the room live, you can get an opportunity to have her listen to your pitch and actually fix your pitch. That's worth its weight in gold. And obviously, I will be there and I'm going to be doing a lot of the training for you. I have AI wired this entire business incubator. And if you really want to go all in, you can get the mogul ticket where on day 1, I will be doing a private mastermind for a small group of people. We have 12 tickets left. And I'm just going to say this before I say it live, put it out there on Monday. So if you're watching this, you're getting the inside scoop. If you've been thinking about going to the 6th, you might want to go over to the page and grab your ticket right now. Go to speakingindustryexpo.com, especially if you're thinking about the mogul ticket. We only have 12 of those left. So before I put it out on Monday, the announcement that I'm going to put out on Monday, you might want to go jump over there and see that. But if you're like, Kelly, I don't know, I really want to figure out what this is all about, I really want to hear more, then come to the relaunch party on December 16th at 7 p.m. You can scan the QR code that is on the screen, or you can go to meetmeatthe6.com. When you go to that page, it is not a regular kind of registration page. You're going to go to that page and you are going to click a button that says register for the party. It'll take you to register on a form, but you're going to come back to that page and you're going to see that it will now open up a world of opportunities for you. And the reason that that's there is so that you can get more entries into the raffles that we're going to be doing. We're going to be giving away tons of prizes, including free tickets to the 6th and also a free mogul operating system. So here we are. Let's dive into today. Let's talk about Maya. Let me make sure that I have all of the reports that I need. I'm going to pull those up so that I can show you what we got from Chloe yesterday so that we can use those with Maya today. So yesterday, when we were done working with Chloe gave us, I have so many documents. Okay. Chloe gave us our themes. She gave us our pillars. She gave us our calendar. And then I only had her create one piece of content. So you're going to see, you'll see that today also. So let me pull those up for you and show you those really quickly, because those are documents that we are going to give to Maya to help us do what we need to get done today. Mm, 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 mm. All right, hold on. I gotta open them all the way up. Come on, computer. All right. This is one. I'm going to show them to you in order. So give me just a second. I should have done this earlier, but I didn't. So now we're going to do it together. All right. Oops. Things are in my way. Okay. All right. So I want to show you what I want you to understand is that all of these are built also to give you reports at the end, so that you don't just have stuff in the chat. You actually can download and you can save it in your folders. And when you have the operating system, we have a dashboard that we've built that you can save everything in that one place, so that you don't have to run all around trying to find it in your computer like we do when we just download and save everything. Okay, so let's start looking at what we got yesterday from Miss Chloe. So this is what we got from Chloe yesterday. This is one of the reports. So once we gave her our expertise, Simone's expertise, she came up with pillars, themes, and clusters. So you can see this is all the data that she gave. This is all content. This is content that you're able to use in your business. So this is a report that you get to download that report. So that's one thing that she gave us. Let's see what else she gave us. The other thing that that Chloe gave us yesterday is mouse. Lord, driving me crazy today. The other thing that she gave us was our content calendar. Now, yesterday when we did the content calendar, I had her just do the cadence that I wanted to do. Oh, this is a content piece. Shoot. Nope, that's not what I wanted to show you. Technology, y'all. Technology. Here, calendar. Sorry. Okay. This was the second piece that she gave us, which is our content calendar. Now, this content calendar is based on the cadence of how I told her I wanted to post, and what I said that Simone wanted to post 3 times a week, and she wanted to do a weekly YouTube video. And so Chloe took that information and she created the 30-day content calendar. Well, based on what we said, we only needed really 12 days, or we only needed not 12 days, we only needed 3 times a week for the content, posting content. So you'll see that in here it has like non-publishing days. So what she did was ignore the other days of the week so that she could really focus in on what is the content that we need, right? For the days that we need, for the cadence that we need. So it's smart. It will follow exactly what it is that you want. It will follow your cadence. So she gave us that. And then the last piece I'm going to show you before we jump into using Maya is the piece of content. So what she did, I just asked her to do one piece of content. That's all I wanted her to do. And what she did was I told her which day I wanted her to create the content. and she went back into the content calendar and actually created a piece of content that I could post on LinkedIn. And then she also had given me, which I don't have here, but she had given me the YouTube script. And so that I could take this piece of content and make a video, not just do a post. So all three of these things are what we are going to use Maya for. And we're going to give those to Maya so that she can use it to help us with our 90-day marketing plan, with our content rhythm, and our campaign. So without further ado, I am going to jump in and we're going to start working with Maya. And I am going to come off screen so that you can get the full screen of it. And so here we go. We're going to start working with Maya. It is 12:11 p.m. Yesterday when we worked with Chloe, it took us less than 30 minutes. When we worked with Paisley, that also took us less than 30 minutes. So in less than an hour, we had all of our positioning and we had our content. So now let's see what we can do with Maya in terms of getting our marketing plan together. So just like all the others, there is no prompt engineering and no prompting required by you except for you to say hello. So I'm going to tell her my name is Simone. We're using our same persona from Monday. So she says, "Hi, Simone. I am Maya, the Mogul Marketer. My role is to help you to map out your 90-day marketing system." Oh, my mouse is getting nerves. Shoot. Hold on. To help you map out your 90-day marketing system, your campaigns, playbook, and rhythm for visibility, engagement, and conversion. And she reminds you that if, as you're going along, if there's anything that you want, you need to save it or go put it in your dashboard if you have the entire system, because this is a custom GPT and they have temporary memory. They do not keep memory like your regular chat GPT. So she says, do you have your positioning report, your content plan, both or neither? So we have everything. So we are going to upload all of those files for her. So as you can see, they are built to work together. So I'm going to give her my themes and give her my, I'm going to just give her the content calendar, the themes, and then the positioning report. Okay, so those are uploaded. So I'm going to give those to her. So she's reviewed them. So now we're going to build out our 90-day system. So she wants to know, do I want to include a full campaign for a specific launch, event, or promotion this quarter? Now, this is an optional thing because not everybody is going to have a campaign. So when you come in and start working with Maya, you just need to answer and let her know whether or not you want to do a campaign. I'm going to do a campaign just so that I can show you what that looks like. And so I'm going to tell her, yes, we want to do a campaign. I'm going to do, let's say I'm doing a launch for a 3-day challenge. So yes to a campaign. Okay. So she says, great, we'll include a full campaign for your 3-day challenge. She'll gather those inputs one at a time. So what is the main objective of this 3-day challenge? Let's just say that our main objective is, let's say it's lead generation, right? You want to get people, you want to start pulling people and growing your list. So lead generation and list growth. Let's say that is the objective of our campaign. And what is the core message or theme you want this 3-day challenge to focus on? So you want to think about the transformation, the promise, or the shift. So we were talking about, she does leadership. Simone does a lot of stuff around leadership and women's empowerment. And so we want to have them, let's talk about stepping into clarity and confidence so they can generate cash flow. Let's just say that's what we're going to do. Again, I'm making all this up. All right, so your campaign will center on helping women leaders step into clarity and confidence so they can generate cash flow. Awesome. What is the timeline for this challenge? Share the dates for pre-launch, the 3-day challenge, and any post-launch. Okay, so I'm going to say the challenge starts 30 days from today. I'll say 14 days. It's going to be online, so let's say it starts 14 days from today. And you can give as much information or as little information. And if she needs more information, she will tell you. All of these are built as strategists. They're built as analysts. They're built as advisors. So if they need more information to be able to lean into my frameworks and my strategies and to my expertise that I have built into it, it will lean into that and ask you more questions. So she says, which platforms do I want this campaign to run on? I'm going to say LinkedIn, Instagram, and I want to do email. Hi there over on Instagram. Hey, everybody who is watching live. Okay, so last campaign detail. What is the primary call to action for this challenge? We want you to sign up, register, join the challenge. We can use any of these. Okay, perfect. So now she knows that we can use those different calls to action. And one of the things that she is built to do is really think about what are the focus areas for your campaign. And so, do you want each month to include awareness, engagement, and conversion content at the same time, or you want a different cadence? I'm going to say at the same time. But when you're working with her, you can decide. And if there's some other thing that you want, you can tell her that in addition to these or instead of these, you want her to focus. So I'm going to say for hours at the same time. All right, so she'll do everything together. And now she wants me to answer these questions. What is my primary offer or focus this quarter? So the offer you want your marketing to drive attention toward, who is your target audience, my paying and consuming audience, and what is the transformation I help this audience achieve. And so we're going to direct her back to number 3 to what we said with regards to the campaign. But what is my primary offer? Let's say that we want to do a 90 day a 90-day coaching program, right? And that's where we're going to drive them to. It's women professionals in corporate is who we're going to focus on. And we're going to go back to the transformation is the campaign objective, right? So that it was the clarity, confidence, cash flow. So she wants me to answer one at a time, but I'm just going to give them to her all right now. All right. So again, now she wants to know for the, here's what I have. Next details, which platforms will you use for marketing beyond the challenge campaign, right? So we have the campaign, but we also have just our regular everyday marketing. I'm going to say that we're going to use the same platforms. And so I'm going to say share the same platforms. And we're going to do, let's do 3 posts per week, just like we said, with our content calendar and 1 YouTube. We'll do 1 YouTube per week because that's what we said in our content with Chloe. So we want to stay a little bit consistent here. If you change your mind, you can change your mind. I just want to stay consistent for the demo. Okay. So do I have any major events or launches or commitments this quarter besides the 3-day challenge? Are you working solo or do you have team support? I'm going to say no other no other events, no others, and that I work solo. Okay. So now these are the last foundational questions so that she can build our playbook. So what is the price point of our coaching program? Let's say our coaching program is $7,500 for 90 days. We'll say it's a new offer. Does the audience already know this offer exists? No, they don't know. And what is the typical sales cycle length for this offer? People buy within 1 to 2 weeks, 30 days. I don't know yet because it's new, right? So don't know because it's new. But if you had, say you've done other coaching programs and and you'll say, oh, let's just say for prior programs, cycle was 1 to up to 2 weeks. Okay. So let's give her that information. Okay, we're at 12:21. We started at 12:11, so 10 minutes in, and we have given her the information that she needs. She is putting together her brief. So remember, we had a playbook and we had a campaign. So you may think, well, she's asked me these questions before. She asked you some of these questions before related to the campaign. She's now asking you this about the marketing so that if it's different or if there's something additional, we make sure that we capture it because remember the campaign is a finite amount of time and that you're driving towards something specific. The 90-day marketing plan is your overall working with your overall content and all of the things around your content and being visible, being converting your clients, really showing your thought leadership, really shifting people's perspectives, all of those things. So it is a broader thing. So even though you might be getting asked the same questions, they are being targeted towards different parts of your outputs. So what is your 90-day business goal? And here I'm going to say, it is lead generation and I'm going to say conversions, right, for my group program. Okay. And do you want your 3-day challenge to directly sell your 90-day program? Or do you want a warm up nurture? I want both. So I want both direct sell and nurture and warm up nurture sales for a challenge. Okay. So as you can see, it's like pulling everything together. It's not just asking questions out of the, just randomly. It is analyzing everything. Okay. So now she has a clear direction of our 90-day priorities of our challenge strategy. Now she wants to know about our capacity because we want to make sure that what we're doing with our marketing and with our content, it aligns with your capacity. Sometimes we think, we're out here, we're like, oh, we're going to post every day of the month. We're going to post 2 and 3 times a day and you're solo, you don't have time, right? You may not have time to do all of that. So she wants to check our capacity. So, and also when we're talking about our programs, like how many people can we serve and all of that kind of stuff. But so her capacity check for this is your goal is lead gen and conversions into a group program to ensure the playbook is realistic because we want to make sure it's realistic. How many new clients would you like to enroll in this 90-day cycle? So she says, choose the number you want, not what you think is safe. This helps set accurate expectations for volume messaging and the intensity of your campaign. So if we, for our 90-day cycle, if we want to make sure that we are giving people what they need and allowing people to feel seen and heard and valued. Let's say that we don't want any more than 20 people in our program for that 90-day cohort. Okay. And so she's analyzing what that means and really understanding. So now she has everything she needs to begin shaping your 90-day marketing playbook, your full 3-phase campaign plan, and your 12-week content rhythm. So now what she's going to do is build a playbook. But again, we want to make sure that she's not just building it based on what she needs, what she thinks, but on how you want to show up. And so what she's asking you now is about the tone for your playbook and how you want the format. So again, customizing the experience for you. So I'm going to say I want it to be all of 3 of these: conversational, direct, and authoritative. That's what I would like. And where do I want the format to be? Bullet heavy, narrative heavy, or blended? Bullets with short explanations. I'm going to say blended, just so that you can see both of these in action. She wants to know if I want to anchor month one around our 3-day challenge as the central campaign milestone. Now that would make sense, right? Because we said our campaign, our challenge is happening 14 days from today. So we definitely want to make sure that we're anchoring there. And she wants to know, what is our timeline for enrolling the 20 clients? All 20 during the same challenge window, a mix. So during the challenge and then post challenge, I'm going to say a mix. Excuse me. So what you want to do is, like, when you're working with the assistants, you want to pay attention. You want to read. I'm reading pieces for you just in this demo, but you want to read exactly what it is they're asking you, because they're asking you things that they need in order to make sure that it is customized to you. All right. So she's going to produce it. Do I want my monthly goals written as numeric outcomes, like enroll clients, grow list, or do I want strategic outcomes? I want her to do numeric, because I want to see the numbers, right? I want the KPIs, or the key performance indicators. All right, so she says she'll do that. Do I want the number goals to be aggressive, to be moderate, to be conservative? I'll say moderate. Okay, so now she has everything that she needs, and she is drafting our 90-day playbook. So here you see 90-day marketing playbook for Simone, 90-day coaching program, plus a 3-day challenge. So she tells you it's going to go month by month. So you see month 1, month 2, month 3. So she's still building, right? So month 1, she already says, listen, we're going to be doing challenge activation and visibility ramp up, because we know that our challenge starts 14 days from today. And she gives us goals. A lot of times we're posting our content, right? I've done this, posting your content, but there's no real goal in mind. I'm just posting today because I want to post. I'm not thinking about, okay, well, posting this month, I want to be able to generate 250 challenge signups. I want to convert 6 to 8 clients into my 90-day program. I want to grow my email list by 300 to 400 subscribers. So she's helping you determine all of this, right? And you can change it. She tells you what the focus is for the month, what the campaign highlight, because, right, it starts this month. So that's important. She also goes back, remember? So showing you how everybody's working together. She's going back to Chloe and looking at your priority pillars. And those, she's chosen priority pillars based on what we're doing for this month. She's chosen those for you. Now she's giving you a strategy. You told her we told her Simone wanted to be on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and email. And so she's giving us a platform strategy for each of those. And then she's giving us a content focus. Remember in the beginning, she asked us whether we wanted to have awareness, engagement, and conversion. So we said, yes, we wanted all of those, and we wanted all of those every month. And so now you see here, she is working with that in here. And what she does is repeat for the next 2 months, right? So that is your 90-day marketing playbook. So she'll ask you to look at it. Don't refresh the page, copy and save it if you want to. And she's asking, does it feel realistic and aligned? And is there, do I want to adjust anything? For this demo, I'm going to say I'm good with it, but you would want to make sure that you're good with yours. But I'm going to say I'm good with this. So we are at 12:31. We started at 12:11, 20 minutes in, and we already have a whole 90-day marketing playbook. All right, so now we're going to be talking about our campaign. So remember, we have our overall marketing plan, and then we have our campaign, and the campaign is specific. So think of marketing plan as generic. Overall campaign goes towards a very specific thing, and our campaign is our 3-day challenge. So here you see she's mapped out your campaign for you, and she's mapped it out in phases. So the phases, you're going to have a pre-launch phase, you're going to have a live launch phase, and you're going to have a post-launch phase, right? And so in all of that, she tells you what the objective is, what the focus is, again, your platform specific strategies, your primary call to action, and your metrics that you need to track. And so for every phase, she is giving you that information because that is vitally important for you to stay on track and for you to be able to meet your goals and for you to do this strategically and intentionally, not just haphazardly. Right. And so we go through and we have phases 1 through 3. So she wants to know, hey, are you good with this, Simone? Do you want to change anything? Again, for the demo, we're going to say this is good, but when it's your turn to use the system, I want to make sure that you are reviewing everything and that you are in fact good with it. If you're not, just tell her what you need to change. So I'm going to say I'm good because now she's going to work on our 12-week content rhythm. So now what she's done is she's aligning this rhythm with the 90-day playbook and with your challenge campaign, right? And looking at what you said was for your capacity and the platforms that you wanted to be on. And so here is our 12-week content rhythm. And she's telling you what every week, what are we focusing on? So week 1, we're going to focus on visibility ramp up. And so our goal is to build early awareness and drive challenge signups. What is our anchor content? We're going to use YouTube as our anchor content. What does that mean? I do this, like I use these videos. I use long form because I love to teach and it's easier for me to record something. And then I use that as the anchor content to go and develop all of my other content. And when we release the full mogul operating system after the 6th in March, then you will have access in that part of the system, if you purchase that part of the system, to Remixy. Remixy is built specifically for this purpose. Remixy is the content repurposer. So she would take your YouTube transcript and then she could create the content she could create content for you, or you could use Chloe to do that too. So here is, then she tells you what is the supporting flow. So we talked about using LinkedIn, Instagram, and email. So she's showing you how you would do that and how to optimize all of this on your platforms. So this is your content rhythm. And you can see for every week, it has a different goal and focus so that you can stay on track. And so you would look at this in connection with your 90-day plan and the metrics that you're supposed to solve. But remember, this is specifically so that you can get your campaign on track. So she says, how does this feel? Is this good? I'm going to say, I'm good with this. We are at 12:35. We started at 12:11, 24 minutes in. We have a 90-day marketing playbook. We have our 3-day campaign, 3-day challenge campaign, and we also have our 12-week content rhythm, right? So between yesterday and today, we're at about less than 90 minutes, and we have all of this done. Okay, so now she is analyzing. I said that I am good with everything. And so you can see that they are giving you, if you had to sit by yourself to try to map these things out, to think about all of these things, to put all of this in place, I am going to venture to say that unless you are a wizard, that you would not be able to do that in less than 30 minutes. And so now here you see she has generated our deliverables into 3 separate Word documents. We have our playbook, our 90-day marketing playbook. We have our 3-day campaign plan, and we have our content rhythm, right? So I'm going to download these. Let me make sure. Let's see. Marketing playbook, campaign plan, and our content rhythm. Make sure I got that one. All right. And so we have our reports, right? And I'm going to pull up the report. So we are at 12:37. We started at 12:11, 26 minutes. We are done. So we are going to stop working with Chloe. I am going to get the reports opened up for you. And then I'm going to show you those reports. Just give me 1 second. And while we're waiting on these reports to open up, I want to remind you about the 6 relaunch party that is happening. December 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you want to go to meetmeatthesix.com and register, and also make sure that you do your entries so that you can win. Oh, shoot. So that you can win prizes. That you can win prizes for during the raffles. We want to make sure that we do that. I'm going to come back on screen for just a second while I do this so you can see my face, so you're not looking at a black screen. I got to take the protection off of these documents so that they will open. But let me know what you think about this. And so as you see what we're doing here in this demo, these are the types of things that we are going to be doing live at the 6 in Atlanta in March. So we're going to be working with a bunch of different we're going to work with a bunch of different assistants who are built to do different things, and we're going to do that while we're live. And so you'll be getting these types of reports, you'll be getting this type of data. So I want to make sure that you are in the room. So you can go to Speaking Industry Expo, XPO. Go to Speaking Industry Expo, and then you are able to, this thing is acting crazy, but I'm going to see if I could just pull this up really quick. Not sure why. I'm not sure why she's not behaving today. Why my computer is doing what it wants to do. Okay, perfect. There we go. All right, we just need to snap them in place. So I'm going to snap these documents in place so that I can show them to you. But you want to go to Speaking Industry Expo, XPO, .com, and grab your ticket so that you can be in the room. You want to be in the room March 16th through the 18th. All right. When I tell you computers do what they want to do, and mine especially, she has a mind of her own, honey. Yes, she does. Okay. So let's show you what she put in your reports. And they may not be in order, but I'm just going to show you. So here is your campaign plan. So remember, we had our 3-day challenge campaign plan. So she tells you the phases. So there's phase 1, there's phase 2, there's phase 3, your post launch. So that's all in your report. So you could just copy and paste it and do what you need to do with it. You don't have to worry about trying to figure it out on the screen. Then we also have our 12-week content rhythm. So let me show you that. So remember, she developed your content rhythm. So here is your 12-week content rhythm. Here's your week 1, platform optimization, all the things that she told you. There we go. That is there is that. And then let's get, I don't know if I pulled up the marketing plan. So let me get the marketing playbook. So you can see what's in there. So this is our 90-day marketing playbook. Let's get this over here so that you can see it. Let me stop sharing this page, and I'm going to show you the marketing playbook. And so here you see that she did your 90-day marketing playbook. There is month 1, month 2, and then month 3. Where's month? Yeah, there's month 3, right? So there's your 90-day playbook, all in your downloadable reports. So you have everything that you need, and you don't have to go, scrolling back through. You don't have to go scrolling back through the chat to figure out where everything is. Once you're done, once you do everything and you are satisfied with everything, which is really important, because especially if you make changes, you don't want to have to keep going and scrolling back through the chat to figure out, well, where were we? Where was the last thing? And so it pulls it all together and puts it into 3 separate reports for you, so that you have it. You know exactly what you're looking at. You know exactly what you're looking for, and so that you can implement it. So we are almost through this part of this first phase of our Mogul operating system, which is our Mogul operating system essential, MOS essential, that has our 4 AI assistants. We have Paisley, we have Chloe, we have Maya, and we have Renee. So we've already gone and worked through Paisley, Chloe, and Maya. So we have our positioning, we have our content, we have our plan, our marketing plan, we have our campaign for our challenge. We know when and where we're supposed to post and how we're supposed to post. We know what posts we need to put out there. We know what focus areas. We know what we need to do to get our leads. We know what we need to do to get our visibility up, and then to convert into the new 90-day coaching program that we have created. And now tomorrow, we're going to work. What you're going to see tomorrow is that we're going to be working with Renee, who's the revenue architect, and she's going to show you how to make money with these things, right? So we have all of this, and that's really cute, and it's wonderful, and we need it because we can't go anywhere without it. But now we need to know how to monetize this. It's like my friend, Dr. Renee Baker, whenever I tell her that I've created something, she's like, great, now how are we monetizing it? What's the monetization plan? And so tomorrow we are going to answer that question. What is the monetization plan for you and for Simone, who we've been using as our test case for these past couple of days, to figure out how she is going to get to her revenue goal for the 90 days. So let me know if you have any questions. Here are your next steps. Number one, if you want to learn more about what the Six Speaking Industry Expo is about and ask any questions about it, learn more about the mobile operating system, but to get a deep dive into what you can expect when you come to Atlanta in March and meet some of our speakers who are going to be there, then join us December 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our relaunch party. Just go to meetmeatthesix.com to register. Don't come alone, bring a friend, bring a few friends. So that's December 16th. So that's number one. Number two, if you already know, you're like, Kelly, I already know I want to be at the Six. I already know I need to be in that room March 16th through the 18th. Then go to speakingindustryexpo.com. Let me back up for 1 second. The QR code that's been on the screen this entire time, that's the QR code for for the relaunch party. So if you scan this QR code right now, you can go and register, or you can go directly to meetmeatthesix.com. I'm going to take this QR code down and I'm going to put up a new QR code. So we're now, if you're on the video, we're at 55 minutes and around 56 seconds. This is the QR code. If you're like, Kelly, I already know I want to go to the Six. I already know I need to grab my ticket. For the Six, you can go directly here, or you can go to speakingindustryexpo.com. You can see that website under my name on the screen. Speakingindustryexpo.com is where you'll get those tickets, and go over there now. If you really are thinking about it, go over there now. There's a surprise over there for you. So go over there now to grab your ticket. So the QR code that is on the screen right now as I'm speaking, that QR code is for the Speaking Industry Expo. It will take you to the registration page. All right. And then last but not least, because this has been the star of the show for the past 3 days, the QR code that I am putting up now, which is at 57 minutes, the QR code that I'm putting up now is the QR code for the Mogul operating system. If you want to get this entire system and have access to it, lifetime access to it, and 60 days of support, so office hours with me to be able to work through what you are developing with the system, then you can go to this QR code or Mogul MOGUL operating system.ai and grab your system. You have lifetime access to these four. In the MOS Essential, you have lifetime access to Paisley, Chloe, Maya, and Renee, and it's only $997 for all of what we just created over these past 3 days, and then what we're going to create tomorrow in terms of getting your revenue together. Again, in less than 90 minutes, we have developed your positioning, we have developed your content, we have developed your marketing playbook, and even given you a campaign for a challenge that you can go out and build, really start to build your business and turn all of your expertise into cash, into money. And tomorrow we'll show you how to do that. We'll give you a 90-day roadmap for getting that all done. All right, y'all. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, just drop them in the comments. I will go back and look. You can always DM me if you follow me on social media anywhere and you want to ask me questions. You can always DM me to ask me questions. If you are on my email list, I sent you an email this morning at, I think it was like 9:22 a.m. Go check your email. All right, y'all. I will be back tomorrow with Renee. I hope you have an amazing day. Let's make 2026 the best year yet in our lives. And until next time, take care.